Welcome back to the show. Okay, so we know it is Valentine's Day, and what better way to treat your special someone than with a warm and ooey gooey cookie?
Here with some top tips to help us pull this off. And he's got a special surprise for us too, is Craig's Cookies CEO, Craig Pike. Welcome to the show.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Oh, we are lucky today because your cookies have become a favorite treat for so many people, but this all happened pretty quickly. So take us back to the beginning. How did Craig's Cookies get started?
So I, from St. John's, Newfoundland, in 2004, I moved to Toronto, the big city, to go to theater school. In 2012, I found myself without work, so I needed to pay my phone bill. So I thought, hey, I make a good chocolate chip cookie. So I decided to hop on Facebook and Instagram and told my friends, hey, do you want to buy a cookie? Some did. I ended up hopping on my bike and delivering cookies all around Toronto. And after a month, I'd sold about 200 dozen cookies. I then went away and I did some acting. I was in Mary Poppins and then came back to Toronto and got a bartending job and then decided to keep with the cookies on the side. Flipped to like 5 years later. And in 2018, we opened our first shop in Parkdale. In 2019, we opened on Church Street in the Village. And now, after 2 years of working through the pandemic, we opened 4 more locations. So we have 5 in Toronto and 1 in my hometown of St. John's, Newfoundland. Yeah.
Wow.
That's a huge success story. And honestly, the last dinner party I was at, we had your cookies there, just saying. Now, cookies are something that a lot of people like to bake, of course, to show someone they care about someone. So why do you think cookies are the perfect treat, especially on Valentine's Day?
I mean, they're so yummy. We all have a connection of baking with our family or baking with loved ones at home in your kitchen. So cookies, for me, they're decadent. They're a little provocative, I would say, our cookies, because there's about 100 different kinds. So you have a classic chocolate chip cookie, and then we put stuff inside of it, like Mars bars and peanut butter cups. So ultimately, if you get a dozen cookies from Craig's Cookies that are a surprise mix, you have no idea what you're going to get, which is also part of the fun.
Wow. Craig, I used to live around the corner from the first location in Parkdale, and I visited probably too much, some might say. Others might say just enough. But it's not every day that I feel sad that I no longer can walk to go get a cookie. But I've got you here. You're a cookie expert. So I have to ask, what is your top tip for making the very best cookies?
If I tell you, I'm going to have to kill you, but you're in 4 different locations. So by the time one of you found out that that's how it's going to happen, then it may not work out. So I'll tell just the 4 of you that I use salted butter. It's very, very, there's lots of debate on the internet about why our cookies are salty. A lot of people like them and love them. But yeah, I like putting salt in it because there's a balance between the sweetness of the chocolate and then the savory of the salt.
Okay, Craig, some of us are novice bakers like me, and we struggle sometimes with baking. So what do you think is the #1 mistake that people make when they're whipping up a batch of cookies at home?
So, I'll admit I'm a novice too. Like I said, I'm an actor and a musician. I'm not a trained baker. I have a really good chocolate chip cookie recipe that my mom made. So when I go into the kitchen and I bake, I really just go for it. I just started making bread about 2 weeks ago. I'm about 2 years late from everybody else that's been existing through the pandemic. And my whole idea of baking and when I go to the kitchen is really just giving it a go, remembering what you're doing so you can learn from your mistakes. But ultimately, there are no mistakes in the kitchen. There's just, different ways of doing it. I would say with baked goods, you have to follow recipes. But then once you figure out that recipe, then, open your imagination up, get creative, and give anything a try.
Yeah, and that's precisely what you have done, and perhaps one of the keys to your success, because you are known for some pretty imaginative, creative, outrageous cookie flavors. So let me list some of them. Apple pie, maple bacon, interesting, even cherry blasters. So what's one thing, however, that you have decided, I'm never going to put that in a cookie?
I was talking to a friend of mine the other day, and I'm in therapy and I'm learning a bunch of stuff just about life in general. And one of the things I've learned is just like never say never. So I'm all about I'll put anything in a cookie and then give it a go, because ultimately, like, your last question was what makes a successful cookie, and I think just being bold. So I put cheesies in a cookie, I put McDonald's chicken nuggets in a cookie, and they all end up kind of tasting tasty. So I would say I would put anything in a cookie.
Wow. I mean, I think we're all pretty excited because you sent each of us a special cookie. I kind of hope mine doesn't have a chicken nugget in it, but you're going to help us celebrate Valentine's Day. We're going to guess what's inside of them. So I'm going to go first. This is a delightful experience. It has something on top of it. I'll just say it smells, oh my God, nutty, cinnamony, raisiny, some kind of a cinnamon raisin.
It is cinnamon bun.
Oh,
So good job.
Nice.
Good job.
Cheese.
Good
Oh
job.
my gosh, Cynthia, that's so cute.
Can I tell you something, though? There is definitely no raisins in there because, in Bakeland, there are two different camps. There's pro-raisin and there's anti-raisin. And I am anti-raisin. And I'm here to talk about it if you want to. But I'm anti-raisin.
Lainey, you have found a
Your
soulmate,
neighbor two
Lainey.
over is the same.
I hate raisins.
Lainey.
So, Lainey, you're going to know that you won't have raisins in yours, but I'm up next. And mine are super cute. Oh, my gosh.
Oh.
See, I'm wondering if that's like cream cheese there, too, like Cynthia's, but I see a little bit of red.
Ooh, that looks very moist.
That looks so soft.
It's very
too.
delicious. It's so good. Is it like strawberry shortcake?
It is, drumroll please, a strawberry Pop-Tart in a cookie.
Oh,
I know! I love those!
this
You
is
were
so good.
So close.
Oh,
Jess,
wow.
I can see your
Okay.
delight. All right, I'm up,
Yeah.
I'm up. All right, Craig, I am taking out my cookie, and okay, it looks, it's not giving anything away from the outside, so I will, I think this is this the OG chocolate chip?
So, like your really classic banister behind you, that is chocolate chip cookie.
Yeah.
Listen, why mess with the classic? Why mess with the classic?
Good point. Oh, enjoy.
There are
Okay,
no
I'm
raisins.
I'm salivating.
There are no raisins in that cookie.
Very happy girl. I'm dying over here. So I'm ready to dive in. So I'm going to go in. So here's mine. First of all, is it like wine tasting, Craig? Like, do you give it a little sniff or no?
I mean, the better question is, should you be having a glass of wine right now?
Dunk it in.
Okay. This is, something just happened in my mouth.
A party?
So chocolate,
Daytime
obviously.
television, Melissa.
No, yeah, you're right. There's a little kick. There's a spicy kick in here. I don't know if it's chili with the chocolate or like there's a little heat. Little heat.
I don't know.
So that
Chili?
that is our newest cookie, and it's a chili chocolate cookie with white chocolate.
Mm.
Oh my gosh.
You know what? It's a little
That
sleeper.
was so much
it's
fun.
like, oh, this is a chocolate cookie. And then it hits you in the palate. Beautiful.
I was kind of hoping for a smoked oyster in mine, but I'll take the Pop-Tart. It was really, really delicious. Craig, you're the best. Thank you so much for being with us. It's been so much fun chatting with you today. I'm going to wrap this up so I can get back to eating my cookie. Thank you.
Thank you for having me on. Good to meet you.
Stick around, everyone. We'll be right back.